We have Taylor and Amanda, and we're going to talk to you today about using cabbages. Right here, what did you say that you thought about this cabbage?
It looks like mini bowling balls.
They do, they do. We peeled this off and we've cored it. This is a small cabbage. For this recipe, what we've already cut up is we used a medium-sized cabbage. But just wanted to show you what you can do with a smaller sized cabbage. What we're going to do is we are going to make an apple cabbage casserole. And Linda's already made one for us. Okay, now here is the apple cabbage. Ooh. Doesn't that smell good?
Oh, it smells wonderful.
And now Linda made this last night and cooked it for about 8 hours, and we're going to show you now how to make it, okay?
Yes.
So, what we're going to do is, Amanda, would you cut up some of those apples right there? Yeah. Now, the recipe calls for tart apples. We have red delicious apples. You can use whatever apples that you have available or that the pantry has. And Taylor's going to slice up the onions. So we'll have our apples, our onions, our cabbage, and while they're doing that, I'm going to take, we have some chicken broth right here. This is for our sauce that we're going to put in. And we're going to pour in our apple juice concentrate. This is a half a container, so this was 8 ounces of this. And then we're going to add, let me just move this out of the way here. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of mustard. So I have, shake that down there. We will kind of be a contrasting flavor, you know, with the nice tartness of your apple juice and your apples and this little bit of mustard kind of perk up your tastes. Let's get that in there, and 1 more tablespoon ought to do it. Don't you know, getting right to the end. You want to use it all. Okay. Now what you want to do is just kind of take your whisk and mix that all together. Just enjoy this. Enjoy the moment. All right, how are we doing, girls?
Good. Good.
All right, let me move this right out of the way. So, can I ask you, Taylor, oh, whoops, I almost forgot. Now, what you want to do for your slow cooker, and you're going to have this on a low temperature, you can use your spray cooking oil and just lightly spray it. If you don't have cooking oil, use about half a teaspoon of cooking oil and spread it in there. So, once you do that, all right, let's add the ingredients to this, girls. Can we put in the cabbage for this right here?
You want all of it in there?
Yeah, let's put it all in. Because it's going to simmer down, and that's one of the reasons that we're cooking it so slow, is you want your vegetables to be nice and tender, and the cabbage, if you cook it real slow, all the vegetables and all the flavors are going to mix together. You get all that taste of the apple, and you'll get the taste of the onion mixed in. So, okay, we've got our cabbage. Let's get our onions. Good girl. And then we've got our apples. Remember, you can use any kind of apples that you happen to have around. So we've got this. Now, Taylor, could you do me a favor here? And I used the wrong one. Use this one here and get some salt and pepper. Just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. We've got salt right here and a little bit of our pepper.
Does it matter how much?
Just a little. Just the, oh gosh, that's probably more than you need. Just about, they call it a scant. Remember we were talking, we didn't know what a scant was. Scant might be like 1/8 of a teaspoon. So sprinkle that across the top. And then about half a teaspoon of your pepper. And if it doesn't come there, okay, that opens up for the top.
Another scant?
Just a little bit more, yes. That works perfect. All right, and then take our sauce, please, and let's sprinkle it or pour it over the top, and we'll just mix this together. And in about 6 to 8 hours, 6 hours minimum, could be up to about 8 hours. Now, about every 2 to 3 hours, what you want to do is you want to stir it, and just make sure everything's all mixed in together. So we'll stir this all together, and this is really, really going to be a tasty meal. And you can serve this with, some people do it with pork chops or whatever. It can be the main meal. So that's all we do.
That's easy.
It's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, very simple.
Don't you just like making these?
They're so fun because it's short and sweet.
Okay, we're back. Now this, what we're eating is the casserole that Linda made for us. She's the one that gets everything ready, so let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh, this is good.
Miss Linda, this is delicious.
It's very good.
So good.
Now, Linda and Lorraine, you were saying that you would do something maybe a little bit different?
Yeah, if I had it at home, I would put on a little more vinegar and hot sauce because we like everything hot. So.
And I might add just a tiny little bit of garlic.
So these recipes are really flexible. Now, the recipes, Leslie has these all ready for you right downstairs on our recipe rack, so you can use them. But then, just like Lorraine and Linda are saying, you can be flexible with how your family likes them. So this is one more recipe from who?
The winning team.